Hi, welcome to Compose It, Fordham's online writing tutorial series. This lesson is on thinking about transitions. So in your writing, you always want to show logical relationships between your ideas, your sentences, and your paragraphs. In order to demonstrate these relationships, you must develop effective transitions. You may ask, when do I need a transition? Well, you'll need a transition from each sentence to sentence, from paragraph to paragraph, and from one claim to the next claim. How do you know if you need to improve your transitions? Do you ever get the feedback that your writing is choppy? Choppiness usually describes writing in which thoughts don't flow from one into the next in a clear, logical way. Pretend you are someone else reading your essay for the first time. Is it difficult to follow? Is it clear why each sentence follows the next? Is it clear how each paragraph connects to the one before it? Is it clear how the conclusion arises out of the analysis you've provided? If not, perhaps you've left out some good transitions to get your reader from one idea to the next, from point A to point B, from where you start to where you want to finish. Why is writing with good transitions so difficult at first? Well, a lot of it is about the process of writing. Sometimes when we begin to write, we put down a lot of ideas, but they are not organized. In order to organize your information, you have to understand the relationships between these pieces of information. Gaining this understanding is not only an essential part of writing, it's also an essential part of thinking and analyzing. You say to yourself, I had these great ideas, but how do they fit together? What do they lead me to think? This process of organizing thoughts and seeing how they relate to each other is what writing is all about. It's why we write. Here are some strategies for building transitions between sentences. First, you want to identify relationships. Ask yourself questions to help yourself identify the relationship between two sentences. Once you identify that relationship, add a signal word or phrase to make that relationship clear to your reader. For example, one possible relationship is additional information. Is my sentence providing my reader with additional information? Am I adding on to what I stated in my previous sentence? So here are some signal words. Other possible relationships. Am I comparing and contrasting something in the previous sentence? You might say, in like manner, likewise, conversely, in contrast. Are you showing purpose? To this end, with this object. Are you explaining some cause and effect of what was stated in the previous sentence? Accordingly, as a result, consequently, therefore. Are you summarizing what you just discussed? You might say, in conclusion, or to be sure, based on. Does this sentence elaborate, emphasize, or provide an example of what was mentioned before? Specifically, for example, in fact, to repeat, to emphasize. Use these ideas for paragraphs too. The same ideas apply for moving from paragraph to paragraph or section to section. Always think about how one idea moves to the next, between sentences, paragraphs, or sections. Writing is all about relationships between units of language. Thank you for viewing. We hope this service was helpful. Find more Compose It lessons on Blackboard or YouTube.